Okay, what we're going to work on this week and next week is going to be, they're called linear inequalities, and they're going to be combined inequalities eventually, and absolute value. There will be no grade this week. So Wednesday, you're just going to have a video to watch, a practice video. So you're going to have videos Monday, Tuesday, practice on Wednesday, and then Thursday and Friday. Of course, you got to Zoom first. Now, with an inequality, that means you have an infinity involved. So with infinity, I'd like you to graph the problem too, because it's hard to visualize or think about infinity without some form of graph. But except for one case, which we'll see in a couple minutes, you solve this just like you would if it's an equals. So I want to get the x term by itself, so I would add 6 to both sides. So I'd have 3x is greater than 15. Then I would divide by 3. So x is bigger than 5. So to graph it, I draw, I draw the number that we're talking about and the number before it and the number after it. Now that's my class. Other teachers might want you to do it different. But we're going to tell everyone, hey, I'm starting at 5, but there's no equals. This one has an equals with the inequality. So I want all the numbers bigger than 5. So whenever you have an arrow pointing, that means bigger. Or I had a student once that said, think of it like a mouth. And the mouth is always trying to eat the bigger thing. The only trouble with that is my mouth usually looks like a demented Pac-Man. So I don't usually do that a whole lot. But to graph it, I'd put an open dot, meaning we're starting there, but don't include it. There's no equals. And the numbers bigger than 5 go off to the right. Okay, this one. So this would be less than. This side it's pointing to, so the mouth is trying to eat the bigger item. So I'd subtract 1. So 1/2 x is less than or equal to 9. Then multiply both sides by 2, the reciprocal of a half. So I'd have x is less than or equal to 18. So 17, 18, 19. So I want to include the 18 because there's an equal, so that'd be a solid dot. I want the number smaller than 18 because it's pointing toward the x, so it'd be to the left. Now here's the little catch with these type of problems. If I said 5 is greater than 3, I think you would agree to that. If I added 1 to both sides, it would still be true. 6 is bigger than 4. If I subtracted 2, 5 minus 2 is 3. 3 minus 2 is 1. 3 is still bigger. If I multiplied by a positive number, let's say if I multiplied both sides by 2, 10 is still bigger than 6. The problem comes in is when you multiply by a negative number. And it has to do with the number line. So let's see, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So if I put 0 here, I'd have -1, -2, -3, -4, -5. This would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 is bigger than 3 because it's to the right of 3 and it's farther away from 0 on the right. But if I multiply by negative, this comes on this side, this comes on this side, and -3 is to the right of -5, making it bigger. So if I multiply both sides by -1, the bigness changes. So you actually have to switch the inequality. So whenever you multiply or divide by a negative number, you must switch the inequality. And that has to do with what I was trying to show you up here. Is that the number goes on the other side, making it to the right, so therefore it's now changed. So if I have this problem, negative 2x plus 4 is greater than 10. So I start off, I subtract 4. So I'd have minus 2x is greater than 6, 10 minus 4. But when I divide by a negative 2, I must also switch the inequality, so it'd be x is less than negative 3. Then to graph it, I have negative 4, negative 3, negative 2, open dot because there's no equals, and then shade to the left. So try two problems for me. Solve and then graph. Solve and then graph. 5x minus 10 is less than or equal to 20. And minus 4x plus 8 is less than 20. So freeze the video, do those two problems, and then turn me back on. Okay, so we would add 10. So 5x is less than or equal to 30. Divide by 5. X is less than or equal to 6. So I'd have 5, 6, 7, solid dot. And now I want smaller than because it's pointing towards the x, so smaller's to the left. This one, subtract 8. So minus 4x is less than 12. Divide by negative 4. X is greater than negative 3. So it'd be negative 4, negative 3, negative 2. I want to open dot. Here, let me redraw that. I kind of messed up. Didn't draw the way I wanted to. So it's an open dot because there's no equals, and I want larger than because the mouth is trying to eat the x. So there we go. So, okay, there's one more video in this group, and then we'll be done for today.